Hi guys. Hold on. I should probably turn that off first. I'm in my living room. So it's been, I have stress breakouts, so please, excuse my face. There. You can still see it, whatever. I have stress breakouts for moving. It's pretty bad. So we're almost done with our hallway. Yeah. I have to order a couple more things. I feel like I never stop ordering stuff. I feel like Walmart is my life lately. Like, I am in there, at least every day, if not twice in the same day. I hate Walmart. Ew, sorry. Excuse my teeth. That's gross. I just got done eating a pop, so. Yeah, so I live by Cooperstown. If you don't know where that is, it is the home of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and literally right outside that is the home of the Baseball All-Star Village. So kids from all around the country come to play baseball with their baseball teams, and their parents are freaking irritating. So, they think that they own this town. This town was here before that baseball village was ever built. Their parents are freaking irritating. They come into, all these local, food places, and they come into Walmart, and they treat the people that live here, that are here every day, that work there and stuff, they treat them like shit. They come in and they think that they're, fucking hot shit because their kid is here to play for the All-Star Village. First of all, my cousin got a ticket to the All-Star Village. His team. They turned it down to play at a better venue. So, All-Star Village is not the top. So, for you to come here and treat people like shit, first of all, why would you? I don't understand why you would just need to come someplace and act like you're hot shit and treat people like shit. I just don't get it. I really don't. And I can't say that all of them are like that, because I did work at a place one summer across from the All-Star Village, waiting tables and stuff like that. And some of them are really nice. And it's alright, the first section of All-Star Village is the way down south, because they get out of school earlier, and then it gradually, the dates that they get out of school, so the dates that they show up, increase until the end of the summer. But, the people that are from, I want to say, way down south, Georgia, and they're really nice. They're very nice. And they're very sweet, and they're very nice. Now, the people from, North Carolina and South Carolina, and I don't know what the hell happened, but they're assholes. They come up here and they treat people like shit. I literally was, just trying to get into Dunkin' Donuts today to get donuts, because Sundays is, my family day with my great-grandmother. I have a 92-year-old grandmother. My kids are her great-great-grandchildren. Yes. So, I was getting donuts before I went to go see her, and literally, this guy, just, where you go to enter the parking lot, he was, this. Taking up the whole, entrance to the parking lot. And I'm I went this in my window, what are you doing? And he just kind of I was in the wrong. You own the whole parking lot because you're fucking baseball camp. You don't own shit. You don't own shit. Get the hell out of my town. I literally had the lady in Dunkin' Donuts laughing, because I was ever since that baseball camp, I would burn that baseball camp to the ground. That's how much the locals hate that baseball camp. We should just all get together with our pitchforks and torches and just burn the fucking place to the ground. I hate that place. So, next weekend is Hall of Fame weekend, which is even worse because people are here because of Hall of Fame weekend. So it's even worse. And God, I lived in Cooperstown when I was growing up, and people used to park on your lawns. Like, you'd come home after work or whatever, and people would just be parked up, like, on your lawn in your driveway, like, for Hall of Fame weekend. Like, no, you can't park on my lawn. I live here. This is my house. Like, this is a freaking parking lot. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And Oneonta used to be home to the Soccer Hall of Fame, which made it even worse. Like, we have 2 colleges. Oh shit, I just gave you guys my location. Whatever. Well, that's where I am. So, if you want to stalk me. But, so, the Soccer Hall of Fame used to be here, and we have 2 colleges in town, and we have another college, like, literally, like, 15 minutes away, about, and I'm talking SUNY schools. So, it's just a mess with people that aren't born and raised here, and they're just so snotty. I can't stand it. Like, I really can't. Like, summer comes and all of them go home and all the locals come back, and it's nice for like 2 weeks, and then the baseball camps start to hit, and it's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, it sucks. Like, literally sometimes when you're walking down the street with all these baseball people and, you know, everything else, you're like, I just wish it was winter already. Like, and we get bad storms, so to freaking say that is like, I don't know. But I felt so bad. Like, a girl I know is, like, she's a customer service manager, so she's CSM at Walmart, and they literally, like, the people there just treat her like shit, and it's like sad. And she's like, she's running all over the place, and she's stressed out, like, up to here, and I just feel bad for her. Like, I really do. I would not want that job. And when I worked at Walmart, like, a long time ago, that was, like, my goal, was to be, like, some sort of manager, and I'm like, I am so freaking glad that I didn't, like, throw away everything to do that, because I would be miserable. They have, like, assistant store managers stocking the store in the middle of the day. Like, that's how bad it is. These people just come and they wipe everything out, they treat people like shit, and then they leave, and then they fucking come back a week later and they do it all over again. It's like, what the hell? I don't know. I wanted to rant for a little while. So I got a request to show my rings, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see them. These are the ones that I wear every day. I do have, hold on, I have to twist my wedding ring. These are the ones that I wear every day. I do have a bunch more that I used to wear that are up in my bureau upstairs. I took them off just because it got to be too much with having to keep them clean all the time and everything else, but that is my engagement and wedding ring. It's only 2 rings, see? 2 rings. So that's that. This one was my grandfather's class ring. Well, it goes this way, so, but it's flipped, and there's a J and an F in there for his name, and it's obsidian. They're all real. I can't wear fake jewelry. This is another one. That was his. This was his ring. I don't really know what this one was for, but this. So, this, hard to explain. Oops. So, this was my original engagement ring. I got another one. Not gonna get into that story. But this was my original engagement ring. So, it was this middle ring and then the top ring, because it was a set. Then I had the diamond taken off of that because it was like one of those little like it was like a tiny diamond, and then it had like the metal around to make it look bigger. We were poor. We had like no money, and I was pregnant. I was very pregnant when we got engaged. So I had my grandmother's diamond put on it when she passed away. She had passed away a little while before I got pregnant. She had passed away before we had even got engaged, but I was given this way afterwards. So I went to a jeweler and I had them custom make the ring. So they put the diamond on top and they did that. Then this bottom one was supposed to be my wedding band to go with this set. So that's what that is. And I don't ever take my rings off, ever. So that's all that I'm wearing right now. And then I have my necklaces. I have my grandfather's fingerprint, and my grandmother's cross. I don't wear like a ton of jewelry. I have a ton of jewelry. Like I have a massive Alex and Annie. I have a huge collection of Alex and Annie. I have a huge it's called Charmed Memories. It's Kay Jewelers' version of Pandora. I have a huge, which I like better because they do Disney and they do custom ones where Pandora doesn't. It's like, this is what we have and we sell 500 of the same one. I like the custom ones that Kay Jewelers does, and I like the fact that they have Disney. So I have like a huge bracelet of them, and I'm trying to think what else I have. I have a shit ton of rings, shit ton of earrings that I don't wear because I used to have all the way up and down. I had my ear pierced on both sides. You can't see the holes now, but I had a lot of piercings. I had my tongue pierced and my eyebrow. When you grow up, you take all that stuff out. Not to mention that this was like forking my tongue. Like my body rejected it, so it like started pushing it out, and I was gonna end up gonna have a lizard tongue, which would not be very attractive. Ow! I just stabbed myself. I broke this in half because I was playing with it, and I just stabbed myself with it. So next week, the week after, my husband's getting a big paycheck, and I am getting my other tattoo. I have this one, which is my grandparents' writing, and it says "Love you forever and always." And then I'm getting one on this wrist, which is gonna say "Till my heart stops beating," and it's gonna be in my great grandmother's and my mom's handwriting. Eventually, I'm gonna get a sleeve all up this arm. Actually, I don't. Yeah, it'll be up this arm. I'm pretty sure. I always wanted it up this arm, but I already have this, and I don't want this to be part of the sleeve. I want this to be its own thing. So I'll end up having to do it on this arm. I found the coolest Disney sleeve, but all my tattoos have meaning, so I really don't want to just do something like I just find cool. Like, I want it to have meaning, so I'm gonna have the "Till my heart stops beating," and then all the important people in my life, they all had like favorite flowers, so I'm gonna have them tattooed like all the way up my arm with like some lace in the background to like, you know, even it out so that it's not patchy. And I'll probably do something for my kids like up here, like do like the footprint butterflies so that they're on my arm, and so it'll be like a garden with that, with the butterflies and everything. Because my grandmother Lucy's is yellow rose. My mom is, I call it an auburn rose, but it's the yellow with the orange on the ends. Then my grandmother's was a hydrangea. My other grandmother's was a black-eyed Susan. My grandfather's was a red rose. And mine is a stargazer lily, so I want to do that all the way up my arm. Everyone, like my grandmothers and my grandfather, they all passed away, so I want to do, you know, the sleeve to remember them. maybe I'll be able to like make the roses like not huge or make the flowers not huge that they'll look awkward, but big enough where I won't have to do the lace in the background. Do like leaves. That way like it looks like a garden on my arm. But I want to make sure that the writing like on my wrist like isn't overtaken. So that's like my big plan. Because I don't have a tattoo for my kids yet. I was like kind of waiting because I really want a third child. Like not right now, like maybe 4 years from now we get pregnant with a third child. But that's kind of like why I was waiting, because I'm like, if I have a third child, I want to make sure that like it's incorporated like all at the same time. So I don't do something that can only be like 2 children and then I have a third and then I'm like, oh shit. Like I guess you're not special enough. Like that'd be really shitty. So, I mean, I have the tattoo, and a lot of people say this. They're like, why would you get a tattoo for your husband? Because I love my husband. And I don't believe in divorce. I don't. I mean, to each their own. You believe in it, go ahead. But I don't believe in divorce. I believe that when I said those vows, I said for better, for worse, till death do us part, and I meant it. And my husband said the same vows, and he meant it. So whatever we have to do to work it out, we need to suck it up and work it out. If we didn't, plan on spending the rest of our lives together, then we shouldn't have said those vows. That's the way that I look at it. So I mean, I didn't put his name on me. I don't like that shit. Like Steven's babe. No, excuse my fat, but I got this. It goes all the way up my side. The night that we like we knew each other for a long time, but I had finally agreed to go on a date with him, and we went out and we drank a little. We just hung out and talked and everything, and we laid on like a trampoline in his backyard at one point, like at the end of the night. I went home to his house, and we went to his backyard, and we laid on the trampoline, and we were just looking at the stars. And I'm not going to tell you guys specifically what was said, because that's like between me and my husband, but something was said that we both like, it made me look at him and go, wow, I'm not the only one that feels this way or thinks this way. So, and yes, it did have to do with looking at the stars. So, that's why I got that tattooed. Yeah. I have the one on my wrist and one on my foot that says rock and roll. I'll show you guys. Oh, see, rock and roll. My grandfather used to say rock and roll will never die, so I got this tattoo for him. And then I have one down my back that I got for my 18th birthday. It says live, laugh, love, like down the side of my back. I got that one to like remind myself that things are never as bad as they seem. It's pretty much why I got that one. Like, I had a rough childhood. So, it reminds me that life sometimes sucks, but I'm the one that can make my life better. Nobody else can make my life horrible unless I let them. And that's pretty much why I got that tattoo. Because as long as I live my life, I love people and I love myself, and I just keep laughing, nothing else can get to me. So that's like my life motto. I like have a bunch of tattoos. Like I do have 2 tattoos that I want to get. That, well, one right now. It's, if I do end up needing the other hip surgery, then I'll get the other one. They're not gonna have meaning, but I want to get like the garter belts to cover up my scars on my hip, just because I'm like self-conscious. Like I'm 26 and I have like hip surgery scars. Like, and they're decent size, and you can see them, like, when I wear shorts and stuff. So I'm kind of self-conscious about that. I mean, it's nothing I should be super self-conscious about, because, hey, I had an issue, I had to have surgery, it's not my fault. But I would rather the scars not be there and something cover them up. Just so, especially because at 26, people ask me, they're like, what happened to your leg? And I have to go through explaining it, because most 26-year-olds don't have hip surgery. Like, most of the people that have done what I had to have done are between, are rounding into their 50s and higher. Stupid dog next door, I swear to God. I hate other people's animals, I really do. I don't know why, just little yappy dogs, it just makes me want to throw rat poison over your fence. Does that make me a horrible person, that I want to kill other people's dogs? Alright, you hear me out for a second. We moved and everything else, blah blah blah. So it's literally across the street, and then the house down, there's this giant fenced in yard, okay? So me and my son are walking down the street, and they have 2 dogs in the yard. My son doesn't go over to the fence. It's not like he was there egging the dogs on or anything like that. But they have a beagle that kind of like barked a little, and then he ran off into the rest of the yard. They have this, I think it's like a Maltipoo, or it's some stupid little yappy dog that was like specially designed to fucking have no purpose in life. But it's outside, and all it does all day, all night is bark. Whenever somebody goes by the house, whenever a car goes by, it is a stupid fucking dog. Now, it growled at my son, like, growled. Like, he was scared. Like, he's walking with me, and he's just stopped dead in his tracks. Like, he didn't want to move. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go walk back home? Should I walk forward? He didn't know what to do. He was so freaking scared. And I mean, that these are fenced in. The dogs are, I have to say, the dogs are, like, double fenced in. What she did is she has, like, the iron gate fences, and then obviously at some point I would say the dogs probably got out. So she went around and put, like, the chicken wire around her yard so that the dogs can't get out. But that dog literally scared the shit out of my son, and sat there growling and barking at me like it wanted to fucking jump over the fence and, like, eat my throat. I'm like, dude, you're a little fucking yappy dog. I could take my fucking boot and, like, freaking step on your head and you'd die. Like, don't growl at me like that. I'm sorry. I don't like dogs like that. Lap dogs should be lap dogs. They're not freaking guard dogs. And I don't know why, like, some of these little dogs, they're so mean. Like, compared to bigger dogs. I've seen pit bulls that are nicer than some of, like, chihuahuas and stuff like that. That's pretty sad. My sister was deathly afraid of dogs for, like, from the time she was 5 to the time she was probably, like, 14. She was deathly afraid of dogs because she got attacked by a chihuahua when she was little. That's freaking sad. Like, I don't know. But all that dog does is bark, and I want to kill it. And they have 2 dogs next door, like right next door to me. They have a German Shepherd, and they have a Husky. And I never hear those dogs, ever. And Huskies are known to, like, howl and be loud and obnoxious, and I never hear those dogs. Ever. No, I hear her stupid fucking dog that she leaves outside all the time. I want to kill it. I don't know, I just like bigger dogs. Like, our landlord at one point was, had some, I think it was like a Havanessi. It was like a big, fluffy, brown and white dog. And it was so cute and so sweet, and it came over when we first came to look at the place, and it, came over and let the kids pet it, and it was just so happy we were here. Like, I want a dog like that. All people should want a dog like that. Why do you want a little yappy freaking asshole? I don't know. I'm not like a dog hater. Ooh. Like, I seriously, like, I had a dog that I loved. His name was Joey. He was a beagle. He was my baby. I ended up having to rehome him because he needed land to run around in, and I couldn't provide that for him because we had moved into an apartment in the city, and he just wasn't adjusting well, so I had to do what was best for him. I did try to keep him in that apartment, and he was just miserable. So I found a better home for him with somebody else that could provide him what he needed. But like now that we're here, like I want to go to a shelter and adopt like a middle-aged like lab. I don't want a puppy. I don't like puppies. Well, I like puppies. They're cute and they're cuddly, but I don't want to train it. Like, training dogs, I've been there, done that with like 6 different dogs, and it's a pain in the ass. And having kids the age that I have my kids, it's just not something that I want to do. Like, I don't want to. You gotta train them not to nip, and not to bite, and not to chew, and not to dig, and not to bark, and not to go potty in the house, and it's just, I'd rather get a middle-aged dog that's already trained, and that's family-friendly. And I think, like, a lab would be a good fit. I love labs. Like, they're, like, the one dog that even, like, when they're older, I'm still like, oh, it's a lab. Like, you know how some people, like, they only like animals when they're babies and then they just get rid of them? They're like, oh, it's not a baby anymore, it's not cute, get rid of it. I don't feel like that about labs. I feel like they are always cute. They are always cuddly, and that Havanacy or whatever it was gorgeous, though. I would have loved to keep that dog. I should have asked him, because he ended up like rehoming it because the guy had left it here. I had like a double chin. Holy shit. Sorry, ADD much, but holy, I'm gonna do my videos like this from now on. Okay? I'll do my videos like this. But I should have asked him, because that dog would have been perfect and the kids loved it. But at the time we were moving and everything else, and I was like, so, but, alright, I'm done ranting for the day. I don't know, wanted to give you a little look around my mind as of lately. So, I will see all you guys probably tomorrow with a video. Yeah, I'm just random today. Bye, guys.